Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, June 15, 2023. This video may be moderately woo, so if you watch me to listen to current events or something like that, this may be a video that doesn't interest you, and that's fine. Just use your time wisely somewhere else. But if you'd like to hang around, maybe you'll find something of interest in the topic I'm sharing today. You see, I was reading recently, and I want to share with you that I think I can do a direct link without having problems with our platform here. I was reading recently something in a site called Era of Light that resonated with me, and I'd like to discuss it and do a tarot read about it. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? All right, in the yesterday's Our Path to a New World is the title. It talked about how, I'm going to kind of summarize it, but please feel free to read it in full, that since the June 3rd full moon, we've entered some very strong detox energy. And this is not just physical, not a physical detox, but a literal detox of our collective consciousness. Now, the writer goes on to discuss how we as souls have agreed to be here at this time and in this place. And that also resonates with me very much. It talked about, though, that our bodies are very much incarnated here. They're part of our 3D reality. And so this energy that's coming in that is healing, that is detoxing us, is unfamiliar. And even though when we're awake, physically awake, as awake people, people who are trying to grow and be on a path of light and ascension, when we're sleeping, we collectively are kind of resisting this energy. That resonated with me, okay? And here is where it's discussed explicitly. Unconsciously and unfortunately, while we are sleeping, a lot of our energy is being expelled to armor against this new incoming but unknown energy. Anything that is out of the ordinary or unusual or considered abnormal to our human spacesuit will be considered as an outside threat, if it is or not. Unless we are super conscious, we have very little control over what our body's autopilot does while we are sleeping. We can easily wake up tired, confused, and turned upside down, or we may not sleep well at all. So if you've been having sleep irregularities or waking up tired and confused, and we call that Ascension flu, it may also be resistance flu here, okay? The author goes on to make some very good recommendations about before you go sleep, tell your body that treat it like talk to your body and like it's a scared little child, because it is, and give some techniques for, listening to music that's high frequency or meditation, or there's a lot of suggestions in here that are really, really good. Now, I'm a word person. So I crafted a little affirmation. It's on a sticky note here on my computer. And I just plan to remind myself of this every day. I will put this in the video description box for this video if you would like to use it or tweak it slightly to work for you, okay? Now, when I'm talking to my sleepy self and I'm going to sleep at night, I'm going to say, I give my express consent to absorb and incorporate all positive, light-filled, and loving ascension energy to my current bodily self, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This energy is unfamiliar but beneficial and safe and will be embraced and allowed across all planes of my existence. So be it. I don't want to be part of resisting growth and change. I do want to only welcome loving, beneficial, light-filled energy into myself. So that's why I was careful about the wording there. I don't give just a blanket open door welcome. But if it's loving and light-filled and something that my loving creator would give a thumbs up to, or possibly has sent, I want it. I want it. So I do also, at bedtime, a lot of times I try to think of 10 good things about the day that's ending. They can be very, very small, but it helps me to have kind of an attitude of gratitude. So I think I'm kind of already setting myself up for some success with this practice, but I thought I'd share it with you. So if that resonates with you, that one of the ways we can help speed things along is by knowing that when we're sleeping, our unconscious mind isn't quite as mature as our conscious one, and may need a little loving reassurance that these changes that we are seeking when awake and welcoming should be also welcomed across all planes of our existence. So I'd like to just do a quick tarot read about that. I could have just discussed this and said that's it for this video, but let's see if the universe has any insights or information about this topic. I'm going to ask specifically is making a conscious practice of gratitude and accepting light-filled, love-filled ascension energy going to help speed this ascension process for ourselves and our planet along? And are there other insights and information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. Okay, so we're just asking, will having a conscious practice of accepting ascension energy, an attitude of gratitude, will it help speed the process along for ourselves, for our plane of existence? And is there other insights or information the universe wants us to know? Our first card is the Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Judgment, Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay, right off the bat, what I'm getting is integral to our personal ascension steps is it also is going to affect our whole plane of existence. Okay. And so it's like we can't have one without the other. And that's good because we want to, as much as possible, leave no one behind and not just have a few of us end up in a better place spiritually, emotionally, and even physically, but as many as possible too. Okay, so we were asking about this insights and information, and would this practice be of some use to us? Now, we're getting here that with the Ten of Wands, we're kind of at the end of an age. We know that, okay? And those of us that are awake, if you've been watching this video, you've already chosen to kind of go your own way, and you're accepting and exploring information that isn't readily available on the mainstream. Okay, that fact is being celebrated by the universe, very, very much so. Okay, the present card here, Judgment, is showing up, and I think it's celebrating the fact that we are using that judgment to say, I want to grow. I want to be, if there is healing and growth energy that is being sent to us, I want it. As long as it's love and light filled and beneficial, I want it, across all planes of my existence. That's good judgment. I say that it's being celebrated because we have the Nine of Cups here, which is a card of high satisfaction. I call it my 90% card, okay? That you're 90% satisfied with the outcome and what have you. So again, there's some celebration going on, celebration of our good judgment, and very happy that we're doing that. So we are getting a nod here that, yeah, this practice, it won't hurt, and it will actually be of some use and help. And it may help you to get a better night's sleep and to make any changes to your incarnated system that need to be made. Okay, now we're getting our additional insights and information. This is the strongest card. The Three of Pentacles is a card that always talks about firm foundations and good agreements. And it is a card, again, where they're making an agreement here. And so if the practice of contracting with yourself to accept this energy, to be changed, loved, light-filled, it's going to be very beneficial. Then we have the justice card showing up here, showing that, again, our judgment's been good. And this, because the level of justice that's happening karmically and to our plane of existence is happening to evil. And we're facilitating a rebalancing of our world to bring it from dark to light. And that makes us part of that justice system without wielding any traditional type of weapons, being willing to be filled with light and love, to grow in ways that make us kinder, and to accept healing energy, whether it's emotional healing or physical or spiritual, whatever we need. That's all part of that justice system of bringing our world back into alignment. Let's get 2 more cards and see if there's additional insights or information the universe wants us to know. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, now Pentacles tend to be the suit that talks about real tangible items. So we are going to see tangible outcomes for this acceptance, for incorporating this practice into part of what we do. The thoughts of gratitude as we're going to sleep, just a little gentle reminder to my sleeping self not to worry, not to fear these energies, and not to try to avoid them or fight them. That if they're love and light-filled and beneficial, they've been, we want them. We want them. So let's recap. I was sharing with you an article I read today that resonated with me greatly. And it discussed how, as ascension energies are entering our plane of existence, and our plane of existence is going through a period of detox and growth and healing possibilities, that while consciously we embrace it and accept it, our sleeping selves, our unconscious self, isn't quite as mature, our little inner children, and needs some reassurance and maybe even a little guidance about accepting and incorporating that energy and allowing it. And that can help with the collective consciousness by deliberately and expressly saying, no, 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 I'm going to accept this energy. I want to incorporate it. I want to embody it. I want the healing. I want the growth. And even though it's unfamiliar, it's not to be feared. So we asked the cards about that. Now, got a nod that we are truly at the end of an age and things are changing. This is, 10s are always kind of an ending. Okay, so we're getting close to an ending, and change is coming. The next card that clarified that was kind of speaking to those of us watching a video like this that didn't turn it off when they were warned that it was a little bit woo, that we are looking at beyond conventional sources of information, beyond the MSM, beyond maybe, mainstream Western medicine, what have you. We're looking other places for information and for truth. And that we knew that meant maybe not rejecting tradition, but looking for walking a path not everybody follows. Okay, nod to that. Now the recent past showed up, 3 of Cups, which in a read like this one, it's about growth and ascension. The 3 of Cups is kind of a celebration card, a modest celebration. Okay, you're not going to do a parade for us because we're not that great, but we are getting celebrated that we have chosen to search, to grow, to learn, and change. That celebration is celebrating our good judgment to do so, that we've reevaluated some of our past belief systems, our past practices, and that we are growing and moving in a forward path. So this was our present card. Near future card was the 9 of Cups. Again, kind of reinforcing the fact that we are being celebrated for our willingness to grow, and that we are going to end up being very happy with the results. This is my 90% satisfaction card. The additional insights and information included the 3 of Pentacles, which says that there's going to be, it's an agreement card. And so we were getting a nod that, yes, doing these practices so that we are in agreement awaken asleep, to incorporate and accept growth energy and healing energy, it's going to be beneficial and worthwhile. And as we grow and become more light-filled and more easily able to love those that are unlovable, that actually helps in part of the justice process for our world, as we're bringing it back into balance and away from dark and into light. The final advice cards were the Queen and King of Pentacles. And we're going to feel the generosity coming towards us in the form of energy. It's going to be successful, and it's going to increase our human likelihood of sovereignty and freedom by doing this. So again, I will share that little affirmation I crafted for myself in the video description box. And I am by no means a professional. I'm sure others will have something that's even better, and that's fine. That's fine. I just shared what I'm going to use for myself so that I could have that little self-talk as I go to sleep and say, hey, I'm ready to have a good night's sleep and to wake up refreshed. And during the night, if there's energy that's being sent to me that's beneficial, that's light-filled, that's love-intended, I want to accept it and embrace it. And even if it's unfamiliar, I want to incorporate it. So that's it for this video. So we had a little Ascension practice woo here, and I think Ascension is a very timely topic. I will be addressing it on a fairly regular basis. Like I said, I think it is no coincidence that the very last word of the very last post that was put up was the word Ascension. It's something we need to seek for ourselves on a personal level and accept that it's going to be happening on a plane of existence one too. So until next time, I send you love and light and all things bright. And if you decide to have a little chat with yourself as you go to sleep, have a wonderful chat and wake up refreshed and invigorated and having nothing but loving, positive increases to all states of your being. Bye.